So students, our next topic is MS Word 2000 tabs and groups. Home, clipboard, font, paragraph, styles and editing. Insert, you can insert pages, you can insert tables, illustrations, you can also insert links, header, footer, text and symbols. So page layout means what? You can do what all things you can do in the page layout. Theme, page setup or page background, paragraph, or you can arrange. References means table of contents, footnotes, citations and bibliography, captions, index and table of authorities. Mailings, create, start mail merge, write and insert fields, preview results and finish. Review, proofing, language, comments, tracking, changes, compare and protect. View, document views, show, zoom, window and macros. So you can view all these things. Now see, groups in home tab. So these are the groups in the home tab. Home tab में आपको ये सारे groups you will get it. So first is what? Clipboard. So clipboard actually क्या है? Clipboard is actually a utility provided by software for the short-term storage and transfer of data between application and documents. So it is actually a utility which is provided by the software for the short-term storage and transfer of data between applications and documents using cut, copy and paste options. You can cut or copy the selected document text to the clipboards. Paste can be used to copy hyperlinks. Paste special captions option copies in a particular format. Formatting from one place can be applied to another using the format painter option. Font. So the font group is used for changing font sizes, faces, colors, text highlighting, colors, for shrinking and growing the fonts, and for converting formatted text to plain text via clear formatting command. It also provides superscript, subscript and strike through options in text and the facility for changing case. Changing case means to bring the letters to uppercase and lowercase. Toggle upper, right, upper, lower, title and sentence case. Paragraph. This group provides commands for bulleted numbers and multi-level list, increasing or decreasing paragraph indent, numerical or alphabetical sorting to show paragraph markups. Add, remove and customize the shading and borders. It provides options to set fill color, align text margins such as right, left and center. It also contains commands to modify the line spacing and color background behind the text. Styles. It is used to change font, color and style in the document. For example, emphasis option to format the titles. Editing. Using this group, you can find and replace text in the document. Objects and text can also be selected in a document using this group. Work area. This is the blank area in the document window where you can type, edit and format the text. Rulers. Rulers are placed on the top and left side of the document area. The vertical ruler allows you to format the vertical alignment of text. Using the horizontal ruler, you can modify the indents, margins, tab stops and page measurements. Scroll bars. So the scroll bar helps you to navigate through different parts of a document. The horizontal scroll bar is located at the bottom of the window and just above the status bar. You can navigate through a document from left to right by using it. The vertical scroll bar is located at the right side of the window and used to navigate through a document from top to bottom. Next is status bar. See students, all these buttons you are going to find on the computer itself only, but the thing is that you have to now understand the detailed meaning. What is the detailed meaning of this status bar? So status bar is located at the bottom of the document window. It displays the status of the document that you are working on it. It displays the number of pages, number of words. If you need more information, then what you have to do? Double click on the words option on the status bar. The word count dialog box will open, which will give you the complete information like pages, words, characters, paragraphs and lines. Adjoining to it is a proofing error icon. Clicking on it will highlight the errors At the right end of the status bar, you will find the view buttons and zoom slider. Then view buttons. It is quite easy to change the view of the document by clicking on any of the following buttons. Print layout, it is selected by default. This view shows the document as it will appear. It is printed. Full screen reading, it shows the complete page on the screen and also displays the multiple pages. This view has several buttons at the top of the page such as save, print, preview and print tool, mini translator, text highlighter, color and insert commitment. At the center of the bar, it displays the page number and the total number of pages. At the right end of the bar, view options, menu and close buttons are displayed. Web layout. This view enables you to see your document as it would appear in a browser such as Internet Explorer. Outline. It displays your document in an outline view. You can move the text up and down, expand and collapse the level or change the heading level. So with outline you can change the heading level. Draft. It displays a document as a continuous text scroll where page breaks are denoted by dashed lines. This view is helpful if you are using an older or slower computer that cannot display the print layout view. Various elements like headers, footers and background pictures are not displayed in this view. Zoom slider. On the status bar next to the view button, you will find the zoom slider which lets you the zoom percentage of the document by moving the slider. You can also click on the plus or minus symbol to zoom in or out of the document view. Cursor and mouse pointer. See cursor. Now let us see about the cursor. The vertical blinking line in the document window is called the cursor. You can move the cursor in a document by using the cursor control keys. Which are the cursor control keys? The arrow keys. You all know the 4 arrow keys, left, right, up and down on the keyboard. Apart from the arrow keys, there are some other keys on the keyboard that will help you to navigate the document easily. In the earlier video class, that is using data entry tools, also you have seen the keys. Once again you see control plus home key. What it is used? This combination of key moves the cursor to the beginning of the document. Means in Word how you can go to the beginning of the document just by pressing control plus home key. Means both of that you have to press together. End key, it moves the cursor to the end of the current line. Page up key, it scrolls up one page, page down will scroll down one page down. Next topic is mouse pointer. A small arrow on the computer screen is called the mouse pointer. All of you know what is a mouse pointer. It generally changes shape into I-beam. Okay, this same. When you bring it over the text, in this situation it is referred as a text cursor. You can edit the text by moving the text cursor over the text and clicking on the desired text to edit. The mouse is used to control the text cursor. Now creating a document. Now how to create the document, just see. Everyone know, you all have created the document also. You have to click on the file tab and select the new option. Select the blank option, blank document which is available on the templates, or you can press Ctrl plus N key combination. The new document is going to be appeared. See in the figure. To create a document, right click on the desktop and select new Microsoft Word document. This is another tip. Then saving the document. I am not reading, children, because all of you know how to save your document. Please read this of your own. Then saving document using password protection. Just see. अगर आपको डॉक्यूमेंट सेव करना है और आपको लगता है कि आपकी फाइल कोई ना देखे तो आप उसमें पासवर्ड डाल सकते हो. हाउ टू डू दिस? सो सी, यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन द फाइल टैब एंड सिलेक्ट द सेव एज ऑप्शन फ्रॉम द ड्रॉप डाउन मेनू. फाइल टैब में जाके सेव एज में क्लिक करना है. द सेव एज डायलॉग बॉक्स विल अपीयर. Click on the drop down arrow of the tools and select general options. The general options dialog box will appear on within two fields. They are password to open and password to modify. Type the desired password in the password to open field. Click on OK. The confirm password dialog box appear. Re-enter the password in order to confirm the password. Then click on OK. If the password matches, then the document is saved. With the password protection. If the password does not match, you receive the prompt message to re-enter the password. Then setting a password to modify the document. Suppose you want to modify the document, then also. So in addition to setting up a password to open a Word document, you can set a password to allow others to modify the document. To do this, you have to follow the given steps. Click on the File tab and select the Save As option. The Save As dialog box will appear. Click on the Tools tab. In the Tools drop-down menu, click the General options. Type the password in the Password to Modify box. Then click on OK. To remove the password, repeat the above given instructions and then delete the password from the Password to Open. Then click on the Save button. Okay. So in this way you can protect your document also. Next is how to close the document. Closing of the document. To close a Word document, click on the File tab and select the Close option. If you have saved all the changes made in the document, then the Word document closes immediately. But if the document has some things which you have not changed, then a message will appear on the screen with the buttons. 3 buttons will come: Save, Don't Save and Cancel. Click on the required buttons, whatever you want to do. Suppose if you don't want to save, then click on Don't Save. If you want to save, then click on Save, or else you can press the Cancel button. Now opening an existing document. Once the document is saved on the computer, it can be retrieved anytime it is required. You can open an existing document in the following ways. Click on the File tab and select Open, or press Ctrl+E combination using the keyboard. You will get the Open dialog box. Select the required file from the desired location. Now click on the Open button to open your document. So this was about the chapter Word. This chapter is quite easy, children, and it is very important in your further studies. Introduction to Word Processor. Please practice the sessions, or else when you will come to school, I will check you in the lab and I will allow you to practice this. But you need to bring your book along with you. Okay? Thank you for watching.